very much, Brian, for that. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Rebecca and I'm from Southwest Wellness Centre, and I'm not 5'2", so I need to lift this up just a little bit. And I walk heels today. It's my pleasure to stand here with Brian. When I listen to you speak, it absolutely warms my heart. The whole reason we do what we do every single day is for people like Brian. I myself have a story not as compelling as Brian, but I too have a story. I actually struggled with my weight my whole life. I had family that struggled with their weight, and I struggled with my weight, and I had to go through a journey of losing over 30 kilos myself. Strangely enough, to most people, I actually really don't like exercise, and I really like eating bad food. It is me. I tell our clients I am the typical person. The reason I exercise is because I've learned how important exercise is. The reason I choose to eat well is because I understand how it is. Do I have my bad days? Yes. Do I always eat well? No. But I keep a check on it because I understand. My story, I got well over 100 kilos, and for me, for starters, that was my first trigger. Secondly, my mum got sick. She got really sick and she ended up passing away. And I had a very close relationship with my mother. So for me, that was a huge trigger to start doing something about it for myself. I went through a really long process. It took me a long time. It was an up journey, it was a down journey. I took one step forward, I took 10 steps back. I was telling Brian that for me, one of my stories, one of the ones that sticks out in my mind was, I call it my magic trick. It was my magic trick of rappers. I was a closet eater. And I know, you'll know if you're a closet eater, because you're the person that tells everybody else you eat healthy. But the truth of the matter is, you know where you hide it. You know that every time you go to the service station, that you fill up with petrol and think, ooh, now I can buy a chocolate. No one else will know. I'll eat it before I get home. You're the person that makes sure that whatever you eat is hidden in some little secret spot that you know exists, but nobody else does. That's me. So I hid my wrappers under the car seat, under my car seat. Chocolate, petrol, that was me. Fill up with petrol, have a chocolate. We need bread, I need a chocolate. We need milk, I need a chocolate. So every time I went anywhere, under the seat, under the seat, under the seat. And then one day, my husband was in the seat next to me, and I needed to duck out and grab something. So off I go, out of the car, and I come back, and all of a sudden, there's a whole stack of wrappers sitting on my seat. Now, I'd been telling him for years that it wasn't possible for me to lose weight. I had thyroid issues, I had this issue, I had, as Brian said, I had the amount of bullshit that came out of my mouth was unbelievable. Okay, I had every excuse under the sun. And it was like a magic trick of wrappers. You started pulling one wrapper, and it was like a sleeve of them. They just kept coming and coming and coming. And it was just this blinding wake-up call for me where I went, what are you doing? What are you doing? The only person that I was cheating was me. I was hiding that food, and I was telling the world that I had it under control, but I didn't have it under control. And I was hiding from myself. I knew the truth. And the fact of the matter is, we do make a lot of excuses, but we know the truth. Deep down, you know the truth. Deep down, you know if you're eating right. Deep down, you know what you're doing. And every time you make the wrong choice, you disconnect a little bit more from yourself. You make it that little bit harder. The reason places like us exist, the reason why the metabolic clinic exists, the reason why there's private practices out there, is because for us and for me, sometimes you need that support. Sometimes you need that help. Sometimes you need to go to the diabetes council. Sometimes you need to go to someone and say, I've got a problem. I have a problem and I need some help. Our centre was built and designed exactly as Brian said, as a multidisciplinary practice. It's about having all your practitioners under one roof. It's about making it easy for you to get the help that you need. Because the truth of the matter is, we all need help. You can't win an Olympics without a coach. You can't win a major boxing match if you don't have a coach. So if all the top athletes of the world, if all those top athletes need help, then why don't you get help? Why don't you deserve help? Of course you do. Now, there are all these programs out there to help people. Our program, the Live Longer program, combines exercise, physiology, dietitian, physiotherapy and psychology. It's about dealing with the diet, the exercise and the mind, all at the same time. As Brian said, listen to the experts. Never be afraid to ask for help. I asked for help. And I managed to lose over 33 kilos. Brian, what was 70, 80, 90 kilos. To Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's why we're here today, because there's always help. So if you've got any questions, come and